Welcome back, Attack. I'm Sky, and I'm super freaking excited to bring you my first impressions of Dust Hall. And by first impressions, I really don't even mean like a complete first impressions. This is just the PvP stress test. This is like super alpha. These guys are being nice enough to let us in and take a look around. And so I just want to say that this is not the complete game in the least. I will be saying what the complete game will be like, some of the features that are going in it, but I just want to give my impressions of what I did play so far. Okay, so first off, you're going to get into the game. You're going to see that the artwork is pretty cool. It is a 3D game, isometric view, of course, like a MOBA controls, but it's mixed in with some 2D art, and it actually looks really, really artistic and really good. Honestly, I have to say that I'm in love with the control scheme, I'm in love with the look of the game, and I'm just really excited to see the full package. Okay, so Dust Hall, it's a PvP Sandbox MMORPG. It's a little bit of a mouthful. So, alright, it's going to be open PvP, which means there are no safe zones. You're going to be able to attack anytime, anywhere, basically. There's full loot, so anytime loot drops, everyone's going to be able to see it. You're going to have to work with your teammates, maybe do some rolls. Also, there's probably going to be some ninjas, and there's also going to be people that are probably just going to go around and pillage, red players. It's going to be a persistent world. That's what it says on the website, but technically, it's actually more like persistent worlds, because what they're going to do is they're kind of taking the realm of the Mad God approach, which I think is a fantastic idea, and I'm absolutely in love with this idea. Okay, so they're going to have multiple servers, and these servers are going to go on their own separate timeline, where everyone is fighting, and it's sort of working up to like a final boss or a final conclusion, and then the server is going to be reset, and you're going to have a new world, a new setting, and well, potentially new setting, new adventures. Maybe it's going to be dynamically evented, who knows. Either way, what they're going to be doing is it's going to be like Realm of the Mad God, where the server is going to reset every once in a while whenever you do whatever, beat the end game or whatever it could be. They said that there's going to be new challenges, so we don't know what's going to come. We don't know if that's just going to be different monsters, or if the monsters are going to be in different places, or if we are going to have different settings entirely. We don't know that information, but we can hope, and potentially, you know, it can pretty much go anywhere. Either way, even if the server stays exactly the same and it just resets, that's still awesome. I really do like Realm of the Mad God system, and I'm glad that this game kind of is borrowing from that. Okay, so this is a sandbox MMO. Basically, you're gonna have things from, like, I guess Daisy-ish-esque, kind of. You're gonna run into people, can be friendly or can be hostile. There is friendly fire, stuff like that. But there are also clans, okay? So you choose between different clans, and your sort of faction can actually take over different ruins, and you can actually make bases, and you can be friendly, or you probably can be a red player and just go against everyone. You go against all the factions and kill, because yeah, there is friendly fire, I guess you could call it. One thing that you're gonna notice in the gameplay is that, you know, the art isn't finished. Not even all the graphics are finished. But what I do like is that the functionality is there. We can see really nice and detailed circles. This is a big problem in games like Guild Wars 2, which they're trying to fix right now, is that because of the spell effects, it's actually hard to see what's going on, and I'm glad that Dust Hall is already hitting those points immediately, trying to get the functionality of the game right in there, so we can see exactly where the effect circles are, all of that. And again, I would like to stress that this is like alpha. This is really alpha. I think like, technically it's like pre-alpha there. It's just a stress test, guys. It's working really well so far. If you look at the graphics, I think it looks awesome. I think it looks really good. Now, one thing about the gameplay though, we should talk about the gameplay that I am experiencing, is that you go into the game and you create a character, and your skills are determined by your weapon. 2 skills are determined by your weapon. 2 skills are determined by your armor, and then you have 4 skills that are X'd out. I'm assuming those are probably specialized depending on your, I guess, leveling experience. As you level up, as you go through, discover ruins, kill monsters, whatever. As you go and play the game, you're probably going to be able to level up your character and get more skills to specialize. But still, 2 are from your weapon, 2 are from your armor. So you can mix and match. If you want to be a tank, you're probably going to want a staff and then as well heavy armor. If you want to be a rogue, it's probably going to be leather armor and then a sai. Of course, these are just simple armors. Maybe we'll have armors that are even heavier or lighter. Maybe we'll just have different ones. Like one is just normal leather, and then the other would be a leather that's made for like backpacking. So maybe you have more inventory space, so you could be more of like a support character. I'm not sure really. Also, same thing with weapons. We have a bow, a scepter or staff, and also a sai. Maybe we'll have swords. Maybe we'll have sword and shield. Who knows? Definitely tons of potential there. And that's all I can talk about right now, honestly, because this is just a PvP stress test. So far, the games, I'm really excited for the game, especially for the ideas that they're talking about. And it seems like this game actually has potential, like a lot of potential, and I really think that they're gonna go through with it. It doesn't just have potential. I really think that they are living up to it. They just need some polish, you know, they just need to keep crafting the game. It's super early, guys, but still, I think it's worthy to be excited for. I honestly do. This game, I just think it's gonna work. Now, there was a game a long time ago called Mortal Online, which really wanted to do the whole Sandbox MMO thing. I really don't think it worked out. It's just so technically difficult. But this game, the way they're going about it, because it's top down, they're mixing in 2D art, I think it's gonna be really functional. I think this is gonna work. And even in the stress test, yeah, it was glitchy, it was silly, and there's really not enough content to really talk about. I still think it's gonna be way better than most other Sandbox MMOs out there. I really honestly do believe so. So if you like MOBA gameplay, or maybe Bloodline Champions, maybe, you know, League of Legends, if you like that sort of mechanical gameplay, but you kind of want that MMO experience as well, this is the game that you want then. This is the game where you're gonna be playing with hundreds of other players, and at the same time experiencing something like a story progression with the timed persistent worlds, where the persistent worlds are actually gonna eventually end and you're gonna have to restart and then start a new adventure. Das Tall, guys. Be excited for it. I am Skyline Short here with Attack Gaming. Hope you're having fun. Like and subscribe for more awesome content and for news on new games.